No, if you don't mind explaining.
Yeah, let's go to the 1960s here. I think that my browser is still up here. So there's split brain experiments by Roger Sperry that was done in the 1960s. And if you give me just a second, I'll pull it up for you. I just got it to get my stream open on YouTube. It looks like it's open, but the title is wrong, and then I need to send it to the right category real quick, and then I think we're good. Okay, so the stream's open on YouTube now. At least it should be open. I'm hoping it's open on YouTube. All right, so Roger Sperry did a split brain experiment way back in the 60s, many of them actually. And one of the things that they discovered is that when you sever the two hemispheres of the brain, is my screen freezing on you guys or just on my computer, by the way? I'm curious. So
Oh, it's freezing for me.
I figured.
Like you're kind of like robot-y.
I think the background animation is too much for my my graphics card to handle. Give me 1 second, and I'll fix the background to a non-animated background.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I don't want it chopping up and freezing on everybody while the stream is live. All right, and then let me fix my background. It's way too big. All right, so anyways,
it looks badass, but
I like the background. But so Roger Sperry in the 1960s split some people's brains in an attempt to cure some issues with seizures and epilepsy and things like that. And what he discovered was that when you split a person's brain in two, you develop different personalities because you've got two parts of the brain and they're actually controlling different sides of the body as well as a few other issues. And so the problem that arose was that people who had their brains split were not able to control their personalities. And so, for example, there was a guy that had to relearn how to use his body because, you know, his brain was different now. And so in the process of trying to relearn how to use his body, he discovered simple tasks like buttoning up his shirt was next to impossible because one hand would try to button it. He'd be buttoning it here with one hand because you can't coordinate both hands at the same time using your separated brain halves. And the other one, on occasion, would come by and unbutton it as he was trying to button his shirt. He couldn't coordinate his two halves.
Yeah.
So, and they would...
That's something to believe in.
Yeah, they would ask him questions as well. Let me see if I can get it on the screen.
But anytime you do anything with the brain, you're going to have a dysfunction like that.
Yeah,
So what's
one of
the
the
science
things,
and math behind what you're saying?
So one of the things that would happen was they would show him different images on different sides. So one eye would see one thing and one would see another, or he would cover one. And what he discovered is that, like, for example, the side of the brain that processes language couldn't process images anymore. And so if he showed an image to both eyes, sometimes he would give two answers to what he saw. The subject didn't actually know what he saw because one side of the brain claimed it was one thing and the other side of the brain claimed it was another thing. So as far as we can tell, consciousness appears to be an emergent property of the brain. And there have been out-of-body experiments to test this. So we've given people, scientists have given people DMT and deep brain stimulation and whatnot, trying to induce out-of-body experiences. And no one's ever actually reported an out-of-body experience that could confirm it. They report out-of-body experiences all the time, but they can't confirm it. And my favorite study is by Sam Parnia. Sam Parnia led the AWARE project, and Sam Parnia retrofitted, I think, 25 hospitals with items in the hospital rooms where you could only see them if you left your body. And then when people reported out-of-body experiences, they basically got quizzed. And nobody was ever able to identify anything that they would have been able to see had they left their body. So I think we got the streams open now, guys. I'm going to see if I can refresh it. It looks like the YouTube stream is open. I'm seeing comments come in through YouTube. I don't know if the Twitch stream is running, but I can check the Twitch stream and see if that's up. I have no idea, although I might not care if the Instagram stream is running. But anyways, the Twitch stream is running. All right, guys, we are live on Twitch for those who want to observe it on Twitch and YouTube. So, Hybrid, did you have any other arguments that you think might be beneficial?
Well, I wanted to say that when we're looking at science, when we're looking at religion, everything is based on belief. And everything is for us to believe in. Science can only run tests and try to prove or try to obtain evidence that something is real. But the Bible, it really explains to us how life started, how humans started, and it gives us a vivid perception, so to say, on our existence and how everything started and where everything come from. But still, we have to believe in it. Even the Bible wants and tells us to believe in that whole scenario.
Right.
So, yeah.
Also,
So believing in God is just a belief thing. We can say that He exists, but it's all based on believing. You gotta have belief and believe in it.
well, I don't. So I base my beliefs on evidence, and that's why I don't believe in any God. And
But what's true evidence? Evolution don't have evidence.
Oh, sure,
The
it
Big
does.
Bang doesn't have efficient evidence.
Let's not get
Gravity
ahead,
don't have evidence.
Let's not get ahead of yourself yet, because even if the Big Bang proved to be true, it wouldn't make your God real. Certainly, you understand that, because it could be
But
true.
but it's
It
not
certainly
proved to
could be true that there are hundreds of gods. It could be true that the universe came about by farting ponies. Thank you for.
But you have to agree that we're all in the same boat. That everything is
Hybrid,
based
I don't
on
know
belief.
why it's impossible for you to let me finish one sentence. Do you not
Go
have
ahead.
the patience of the Holy Spirit?
I'm patient.
Fantastic. So even if evolution wasn't true, it wouldn't make your God real. It could be that the Greek gods are real. It could be that the Hindu gods are real. It could be that Muhammad got it right. I want to know the evidence that makes your specific God real.
Well, it's hard to give you real reasons on why he's real if you don't belong to a certain religion. If you don't believe in religion, how could we prove that something is real that you refuse to even believe in, just in general? For
Why would I
religion
believe
itself?
in something with no evidence? That's what I'm asking you for. And guys, I'm sorry, but my studio's trying to crash right now, which is why you can't see me on the screen. Give me one.
Oh no! Bring your ass back here.
I'm working on it. I'm going to reboot my camera. I'm doing too many things at once, and I think Studio is not able to handle the resolution from my camera. It's struggling. But so I know that you believe it, and what I want to know is what would be the good reason why I would want to believe it.
Well, convinced. Like me personally, I was convinced. Growing up, I was a writer. I did a lot of writing and like poetry and things of that nature. And when I read the Bible and the way the Bible is written, you have to be intelligent. Whoever wrote the Bible is extraordinary.
Well, I don't think so at all. It's full of like contradictions and bad science.
But that's because you're perceiving it that.
I muted you, Hybrid. So this is the way conversations work. You have to let me talk once in a while. So the Bible is full of contradictions. It's full of bad science. It's full of bad history. And because of those reasons, I don't think it's a good book to be relied on. That being said, my studio is crashing. I'm going to restart it real quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, don't do the others. Just do Twitch, YouTube.
Yeah, I think I'll be back in like 30 seconds. You should see me live again. It might not even drop the live. I'm not even going to end it. I'm just going to close the software out.
Yeah, because it seems like it's overworking itself.
Yeah. I'm going to reboot the software real quick to get my camera working.
Okay.
right, I'll be right back.
So, is the lab been
Okay.
demolished, or can we continue?
Love technology. Supposed to make life easier. Didn't make it all that easy today. We're going to see if we can get TikTok to behave. I hope I don't end up having to reboot my damn computer. That would be really annoying. Yeah, well, it looks